We've seen Peterbot dominate seasons before, winning every single Duo Cash Cup and even FNCS Grand Finals. But this would be the first time that we see him dominate a whole chapter of Fortnite. At the start of Chapter 5 Season 1, we would see Peterbot pick up Pollo as his new duo. In their first few Duo Cash Cups, they would get 7th, 4th, and then a 1st place, making around $5,700. At this point, they weren't really on anybody's radar, but that was for a reason. You see, almost all of last year, Peterbot didn't really do too well. He played the FNCS Major 1 with Booga, and they ended in 16th place. Then he played FNCS Major 2 with Quanti, and they would finish in 9th place. And then in the last FNCS of 2023, he would play with Larson, and they would come in 18th place. You see, with these placements, he wouldn't have been able to qualify to the FNCS Global Championship. But luckily, Fortnite decided to host a last chance qualifier, and Peterbot would go on to win it. Peterbot and Bila would go on to get 18th in the FNCS Global Championship, not really living up to their standards. But now with Pollo as his duo, things would be a lot different. Heading into the first FNCS of 2024, Peterbot and Pollo would get 2nd in the Week 1 finals and then get 2nd again in the Week 2 finals. At this point in the season, they had been really consistent. Then heading into FNCS Major 1, they would finish in 2nd place, missing out on 1st by 177 points. Heading into Chapter 5 Season 2, this is where Peterbot would shine. With the start of the new season, they would claim the POI Grim Gate. Claiming this POI would be one of the best choices they ever made. Before the start of tournaments, they were dominating scrims with all the pros scared to even land around them. They were conditioning the lobby and letting everyone know that high ground was going to be theirs. In the first Duo Cash Cup, one duo would try to contest them, and that would be the previous FNCS champions Acorn and Cold. Most people predicted that this would be a close fight, but no one was ready for what was about to happen. Peterbot and Pollo would win off spawn 3 times before Acorn and Cold decided to leave. They would stream the whole Cash Cup and even go on to win the whole tournament. At this point, they earned their respect for their drop spot with no one contesting them in the next Duo Cash Cup finals. In the next finals, they were able to win 5 out of 6 games and also have a lead over first place by 200 points. Even though Peterbot and Pollo showed how powerful they were, one more team wanted to contest them. Quanti and Chubbs decided to announce that they were going to land Grim Gate in the upcoming Duo Cash Cup finals. And let's just say, that didn't go too well for them. Quanti and Chubbs would finish in 41st place. Meanwhile, Peterbot would win by almost 70 points. Soon after, Peterbot and Pollo's domination caused Quanti and Chubbs to split. Peterbot and Pollo were too good, and now everyone was scared to contest them. There was one last Duo Cash Cup before FNCS Grand Finals, and Peterbot and Pollo would win this one with over 350 points. By winning all 4 of these Duo Cash Cups, they were able to make around $13,000. At this point, everyone was predicting that they would win FNCS. And well, they were right. Peterbot and Pollo would go on to win FNCS Grand Finals, making $140,000. Peterbot had just completed the perfect season, but now it was time to complete the perfect chapter. With the start of Chapter 5 Season 3, Peterbot and Pollo would choose Redline Rig as their drop spot. This drop spot would have the Mythic Combat AR and the Shield Medallion, which would automatically replenish your shield over time. In the first Duo Cash Cup of the season, we would see Peterbot and Pollo get a respectable 4th place in the Duo Cash Cup finals. But in the week after, they would fail to qualify to the Duo Cash Cup, coming in 3,456 place. This wasn't anything too big, since most Tier 1 pros usually miss out on some finals. But then they wouldn't qualify again, coming in 156th place. This is when people started speculating if Peterbot was carried by the Grim Gate Medallion. It seemed unrealistic that a player that just came off a perfect season would start to struggle in just Duo Cash Cups. Even with tons of people thinking that Peterbot fell off, he wouldn't let that stop him. Peterbot and Pollo would qualify to the next Duo Cash Cup finals, getting 3rd. Then the week after, they would qualify again, but this time they would win the Cash Cup. But the thing is, this wasn't any ordinary win. They would get 4 out of 6 wins in the Duo Cash Cup and also have a lead above 2nd place by 144 points. This had been the first time all season that we saw Peterbot and Pollo play the way that they did last season. There was one last Cash Cup left before FNCS, and they would shock everyone, getting 1,605th place. No one was really expecting this, especially after winning 4 out of the 6 games in the previous week. So heading into Grand Finals, a lot of people were confused. This duo had become really inconsistent, with only qualifying to 3 out of the 6 Duo Cash Cup finals this season. No one really knew how to predict how they would do, but the majority of people still had them in their top 5. After day 1 of FNCS, they would finish in 2nd place. The points were extremely close, and heading into day 2, anybody could take it home. But your Major 3 FNCS champions would be Peterbot and Pollo, winning by almost 80 points. Peterbot and Pollo had cemented themselves as the best duo by far, winning 6 Duo Cash Cups and 2 FNCS Grand Finals this year. But the real test is coming. The FNCS Global Championship is in about 30 days from now. We've seen Peterbot at LAN before, and well, he never does good. So if Peterbot's able to win this upcoming LAN, could this be the best chapter of Fortnite that a player's ever had?